What's up, everybody? This is the Bench Warmers on draft night. Today, we're going to be reacting to a ton of the picks throughout the night. But this first one is the Raptors pick at number 4. We have a special guest today, Kez, who is a Raptors fan. And the pick is in, so we should be getting the announcement anytime now.
All right. So obviously I'm a Raptors fan, so it's a big deal getting after the season we had, getting a lottery, getting a top 4 pick was we got kind of lucky here. So hopefully, I mean, it's pretty obvious who I think we're gonna pick. It's Jalen Suggs. He's the 4th player on the board. This draft's widely considered 4 players. Pick him 1, 2, 3, 4. Suggs is the one that happened to fall to us. I think it's a good fit, and if we pick him, I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, it's just the pick is in. We'll get ready, and hopefully Masai Ujiri and Nick Nurse made the right pick here. Jalen Suggs.
In 2021 NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Scottie Barnes. Wow. This is what draft night is all about.
You know, I can't even say I'm surprised. Like, I can't even say I'm surprised. Like, well, I don't really know what to say about that. I'll give it a thought over, and then I'll be back with my thoughts and analysis on the pick. So admittedly, I was expecting Jalen Suggs there. Jalen Suggs seemed like the consensus 4th pick. But actually thinking about it, Scottie Barnes, depending on the trajectory of where the Raptors are going in the future, and we don't really know exactly what's happening. There's been a lot of rumors surrounding Lowry, a lot of rumors surrounding Siakam. If the front office knows something that we don't yet, and like if they think that Kyle Lowry's staying and Siakam could be going, there's been a lot of trade rumors of him going to a team like the Warriors, then picking Scottie Barnes with this pick makes more sense than picking a guard like Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs is the best player available, but sometimes you have to go for team need. I have a few concerns with it. I mean, there's the redundancy with OG Anunoby. But at 6'9", he's 6'9", 225 pounds. He has the body of a 4 or maybe even a smaller 5. But he legitimately played point guard at Florida State. Let's see here, the stats: he averaged 10.3 points, 4.1 assists, 4 rebounds, and he shot 50% from the field as a freshman in the ACC, which, in all honesty, is pretty good. Not sure if it's worth the 4th pick, but it's pretty decent. And from what I've seen of him, admittedly, I didn't know too much about him, but he seems like a good ball handler and a great passer as well. And then I know a few games that I saw of him at Florida State, he seemed comfortable bringing the ball up the court. And just like Jalen Suggs, one of the reasons that Suggs was so sought after by a lot of Raptors fans is his ability in transition. Scottie Barnes might not be that same level, but you're getting a guard. You're getting a guard skill set. Not as much in like shooting, but in like passing and defending. You're getting a guard skill set with the size of like a 4 or a 5. He's a matchup. He can be a matchup nightmare for other players his size. But my concern with him is he's not a great scorer, and that's something that the Raptors struggled with quite a lot this season. But we struggled with most stuff. But he's not a great scorer. He's a very raw shooter. He is like, his size allows him to finish well at the basket. But like Suggs, he tends to rely on that a little bit too much, which won't translate to the NBA level. I mean, the potential reward here, I wouldn't say his ceiling is as high as Jalen Suggs, but he's up there. And if the Raptors are going more for team need as opposed to best player available, I can kind of understand that. In terms of a draft grade, I'd probably give it a B plus. Jalen Suggs was the best player on the board, and I don't think that's really up for debate. But judging on what happens over the coming weeks and maybe even the coming months, we could look back at this trade and realize that Masai Ujiri knew what he was doing in this situation. So overall, I'm a little bit disappointed. I really like Jalen Suggs coming into this draft, but is the reason I'm not the one making these decisions. Scottie Barnes is a great player, and I'm excited to have him at number 4.
Yeah. I think overall it was an okay pick. My issue with Scottie Barnes was not his efficiency. I think he's going to be a great player. He's a great team player. He's probably going to be a winning player at the next level. It's just his performances in the NCAA tournament. I wasn't very high on them. Like versus Michigan, he had 8 points, 3 turnovers, 4 fouls on 36% shooting. And that's not exactly what you want from a top level player. In the 3 games of his of the tournament, NCAA tournament, which he was playing, he averaged 6 points a game. And now, hopefully, this isn't indicative of like how he will perform on the highest level. I think he probably needs a bit more confidence, but I definitely think that he can be an integral part of a winning team. I just don't think that he's going to be a first or second option.
This pick was okay. I sort of agree with both of you. I don't think it was an outstanding pick, but I think the Raptors may have made the right choice because Scottie Barnes may have one of the best upsides in this draft, even more than Jalen Suggs probably, because Scottie Barnes is really good at most aspects of the game. He's a great defender. He's a great rebounder. He's even a great playmaker too, but the one aspect of his game where he struggles is shooting. And if he can improve that, I think he can potentially become the best player in this draft class.
I'm a delusional Raptors fan, and even that seems a little bit excessive to me. But I mean, I hope you're right. I really hope you're right there.
Yeah, I pretty much just think that this is a decent pick contingent on Kyle Lowry staying with the Raptors. But if Kyle Lowry leaves, then I think that this was really the wrong decision. But that wraps it up for this video, reacting to the Raptors' 4th overall pick, Scottie Barnes. Definitely a surprise, but we'll see whether it turns out to be a good or bad surprise in the coming months. This is the Benchwarmers signing out. See ya.